to decide he's going to take significant portions of land that aren't his, and that's going to satisfy him. I don't quite understand.
So you call it appeasement. What might happen if the Trump administration says, look, that's the deal. You've got to give this territory up, at least temporarily. What is your fear of the consequence of that?
My fear of the consequence is that some of the NATO countries are going to decide that maybe, especially those along the border with Russia, may just say, we got to make an accommodation. We got to make an accommodation. We got to give Russia more space. We got to go on. We have to yield to the pressures, whether they're economic, political, or military. And
so you see countries like Romania, for example, having a presidential election, choosing people who are Putin's friends.
I don't even want to say it. Yeah, worry about it.
What did you make of those scenes in the Oval Office? President Trump and President Zelensky?
I found it sort of beneath America, the way that took place. And the way we talk about now that, well, it's the Gulf of America. Maybe we're going to have to take back Panama. Maybe we need to acquire Greenland. Maybe Canada should be a fit. What the hell's going on here? What president ever talks like that? That's not who we are. We're about freedom, democracy, opportunity, not about confiscation.
Does that mean, do you think, that talk destroys the alliances that
Sure it does.
the United States have depended on?
Well, it destroys it. It weakens it considerably. Weakens it considerably. I mean, Canada, the way we talk about Canada, it's like as if it could be a 51st state. Canada's been an ally. Look, we have a significant advantage. One of the reasons why we thought it was important to be a thing called NATO. We had the Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean on our east and our west. Canada and Mexico on our north and our south. What does Britain have? What is all France? What are they surrounded by? They're surrounded by countries that have been in war off and on for the last 500 years. And NATO brought stability.